I mean, it's a concern every team. You know, when we beat Louisville, they were, I think, second in ACC in field goal percent, 3-point field goal percentage. When we beat Notre Dame, they were first, you know, in 3-point field goal percentage. So obviously we know they can shoot it, but I do think, you know, when we're like, you know, locked in and all 5 players on the court are on the same page, we guard those actions and we guard those players. So it was just one of those things where they got hot early, and it was like they were shooting into an ocean kind of. So we tried to adjust multiple times on defense, but they were just hot, you know, and we just caught them on the wrong night.
Coach, how do you think the team came out in the first half, first quarter, especially, you know, in terms of energy and execution, especially after going 0 for 9 to start?
Yeah, it was a rough start, and that was one of the focuses we wanted to start. We wanted to set the tone in our gym, but it was a rough start, and that's what I meant by kind of digging ourselves in a hole, and we kind of trying to fight to get out of that hole the whole game. We can't start like that. We understand that. I think our players understand that. It was a rough start, and they capitalized on that.
It seemed that after every time you guys would try and cut the lead, gain momentum, UNC would fire right back, you know, with 3-point shot making. Do you attribute that to poor defensive execution, or what do you attribute that to?
I mean, there were so many different things that occurred in the game. When we were in zone, I don't think we were really clicking on that, and they got some open threes there. When we were in man, they hit some tough shots, and then some we were out of rotations. Then when we were pressing, we had a lot of pressure in the backcourt, and then they would get the ball out and they hit a wide open 3 or something like that. So there was just so many different scenarios that happened. But again, like I said, they capitalized off of them. They hit big shots time and time again.
Coach, can you walk us through the logic in the second half of starting to pull out the full court press and the trap especially? Initially, it forced a couple turnovers, 10 turnovers in the second half. How do you think it went? And what was the logic behind using it later in the game?
I was just trying to get our energy going. You know, obviously we need to dig out of a hole too, so we were trying to get turnovers, but we needed to just get our energy going, and I think it, got a little energy in the building. I think our players started moving around faster, so I was just trying to get our energy going and see if we can, turn the game around. And I thought we had some good possessions in the press, and I thought we had some where they got, kick-aheads and ended up hitting threes, and so we had to get out of it, and then we went back to it, mixed up some presses that we did, but, we mixed up a lot of different defenses in this game, trying to just stop their 3-point shooting and their scoring, but they seemed to capitalize. They shot it really well.
Romy, you got another big game coming up Sunday, the final regular season game. What will be the key to kind of putting this one behind you and getting off to that better start Sunday?
Yeah, just trusting in each other, trusting in Coach Mox and what the staff has to do. We know how good we can be. We just beat Louisville. So we know that was one of our things before Louisville. That's one of the things before this game. We know where we can be. We know that today wasn't our best performance, and we just got to bounce back, get ready for Virginia Tech. We didn't play well there, but we know that we can definitely beat them. So just prepare right, and we're gonna bounce back from this game.
You've seen Louisville, you've seen Duke, you've seen State. Is there that much of a gap between those top 2 or 3 teams with Carolina?
I didn't understand the question.
Carolina and the other top teams in the league.
A gap, like, are they as good?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of great teams in this league. I think we're one of them. So I don't know exactly how to answer that question. I think Carolina's a great team, so I gave them credit from the beginning. Those other teams you mentioned are great. I think we're a great team. I think there's other great teams, in our league. I think the league that's why you see so many ties all over the place, because there's a lot of parity, because there's a lot of great players, a lot of great coaches. Thank you.